losing the players, and I couldn't. I got to practice this. How am I going to
Dick about what the women in the kitchen said about
found a way of doing it.
What they say? It was you that was. Yeah, there you go. No cover back there, and it looked like I'm making excuses, but.
Well then, like I said, we were dealing, with the situation where we had to counter-attack the opponents, right? And Rashid, as the mid player, and Santos, and Abdul. Yeah. What is the first important thing as the opponent's support was very important.
First touch.
The first touch. Yeah. You control it there.
No, you want to get it in front of you.
So that and the next thing to do was to do what?
Head up and look.
And
play the ball over. Yeah. Try and get it into the back of the
right. And once he gets the ball right on his feet, ready to play, the forward players, what are you looking to do? Forward players making runs so that he can put that ball right from there. For a couple of times we had very bad passes. Can you tell me why we had
my poor technique?
Right, I checked it, but there are a couple of times the opponents were able to recover, were able to come back. What happened? Why did that happen?
Probably held on to that.
And something happened there. You got your first control was bad. You're falling down.
Yeah.
So the opponents were able to recover. That tells you that you need to really first touch to get out of your feet, and then right. And then we also now went wide and try and see how we can. If we cannot go through the middle, what do we say? We say we should go to wide areas. And once we get to wide areas, what are we looking for?
Kill them. And looks in the midfield and support and squeeze up.
Yeah, because the man there, if he doesn't have the right players there, if he crosses the ball, it's of no use. So if you have an experience like someone like Shaz, he got the ball there, he's looking for options. First striker, the striker going to the first post, other striker. Then I told midfield players, as the ball is up there, you don't stand behind. You want to push forward and sort of close that gap. So in case of balls coming back.
I did. Yeah. Yes, I Peter's out on this one.
Just so you know, enjoy the course. Everybody enjoy the course. Johnny, enjoy the course.
Fantastic, and largely down to Colin King's organisation.
Nice gruffling.
Yeah.
Krim, you enjoy the course?
Yeah, it's just a lovely experience. This point is actually this injury the last day. I wish I could give actually a sense.
Enjoy the course, Josie?
Fantastic.
All prepared?
Sort of, kind of. I'm doing this session, so yes, I'm prepared.
Let's get a message from the ground. Enjoy the course?
Stretch off, son.
Have a good warm-up.
Stretch off. Come on, on your back, stretch off.
Really want to get you going in a minute.
The pain of a pedal course.
That's the worst pain ever.
I just started the course. This is the first session.
Get those stretches in.
Enjoy the course?
Very much so.
Yeah? Coming back?
Yes, if I'm invited, I'd love to come back.
Well done. Tom, do you enjoy the course?
I've got Adidas top.
What?
Does it matter?
Have I got it?
No, I've got it. I've got Football Foundation.
Enjoy the course?
Yeah, it's lovely.
I'm talking to him, he's speaking.
I thought you were talking to me.
No, he is not. The black people on the side of him. Okay? In my middle four, I'm going to use. I want Abdul, Sanchez, Rashid, and Chris. Please. Okay. And in the yellow bibs, I want the rest of you to just pick up one of those positions there. Now, what I want as well, I will have. Have we got a couple of people who are injured? You have everything. Yeah. So Larry, you're injured, aren't you? So can you go and goal for me then, please? Okay. So what I've got here, I'm going to want two strikers. Strikers up here.
You keep asking me what's
I'm going to want 1, 2, 3, 4 midfielders.
Yeah, okay, sure, yeah.
Now we might be struggling for numbers here by the looks of things.
I'll help out if you want.
Huh? Do me a 3 and 3. Thanks very much. That's fantastic. Okay.
I see you.
I see you up here.
Baby.
You have 2 4s up here. Okay, fellas. Okay.
That's one then.
Come on, then, one to go.
He's out there.
He's out there.
Last one.
Come on, we've got to finish well, haven't we?
Let's put it in for
Last
him as well.
lap of the
He's
track.
done probably more running than anyone yet.
Let's put everything in
He's
this
done
one.
so much running.
Yeah.
For everybody.
For everyone. He's right at that point.
I ain't gonna make no excuses. It's the last session. We put it in and then we go home.
Yeah, don't worry.
Everyone's a pro here.
Yeah.
If you're tired and you can't make it, I'm not gonna slaughter you. Then you can't make it. That's how it is. You can't work it. You can't do it. That's how it is. But what I'm working today, guys, because the team, my team, last Saturday, I'm not happy. Yeah, I'm not happy. We have 4 in the middle, but now we have 3 because one of our players is injured and another player ain't turned up. And they're playing with 3 in the middle, 1 winger, 1 winger. This team destroyed us last week. We've got the second part of the game. Today we have to do that. Simple as that. Yeah, you all know my name. My name's Corey. You all know that. I'm your manager. Otherwise you shouldn't be here. Yeah, simple. So all I want today is the opposing team. They're just going to play how they normally play. They try and stretch us by getting it to their winger. We're going to just defend it. It's a simple defending topic. Forget about, oh, they have winger here. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's a simple defending topic. That's it. I'm going to coach the orange team because that's my team. I'm going to have Josie in goal. Wherever I put you guys, if you feel, I think I could try this one better, then you can change if you want. I don't mind. I'll coach whatever you do. Yeah, Josie in goal for me, please. Tundi. Where's Tundi? I know you're injured, but don't worry. Just do what you can. Yeah. Chrissy on this side, please. Rashid. Where's Rashid? Where's this? No left wing for me. In the middle, I'm going to have Roberto. And I'm going to have Steve. Where's Steve? Here for me. And Keith. Where's Steve? Yeah, here for me. Alright guys, on the other side, you're going to have a server. Wallace, just come do the serving. Flo, where's Flo? Yes. Come on this side. I know you're quick. Larry, where's Larry? Larry, just do this for me. Where's Colin? Colin?
Colin's behind you.
Cameraman.
Oh, you camera?
No.
Even before I wanted to get to him, the pre.
So if you get the maximum traction you move, the brain knows that joint's moving.
Get it, I'll hold it.
Yeah, because when you damage soft tissue,
I do, stand still.
proprioceptors are damaged at the same time. Partly, but you also get muscle memory. Right?
Play back to Wallace.
Neuromuscular
Guys, just do that.
facilitation. In other words,
Sorry, I know
you've got
you're tired.
You took
I need that steak here.
any
My
top
job's
class
on the
racing
line.
driver, when they're going to
Right,
drive
go.
a circuit, they sit in a dark room
Show them inside.
and
Alright,
they
good. Stop,
visualise
stop.
the circuit. And every time they're going to make a gear change in their brain, they visualise the gear change. So although there's no movement, it sends a message through the neurons that that's a gear change. So what happens is within the brain, each time they do a movement within the brain, it becomes an automated response. So when they actually come to drive the circuit, it's much quicker. Yeah. So that's why you're doing the proprioceptive stuff, that's why you're doing the SAQ stuff.
As we're overloaded, I'm changing my
Yes.
If we had 4 in the middle, guys, I would have made him push on because
When you're working with really young kids, your biggest problem is attention span. Not fitness levels, not flexibility, because they've got it all. And the only reason I tend to say to people, they say, do you need to stretch kids? The answer to that, in my opinion, is yes, because good habits start early. So if you start them young stretching, they're more likely to carry that on through their professional career.
So all I want, same ball. When Wallace plays it out to Chris, Chris shows inside.
That's what SAQ. Yeah. You don't want to be fatigued when you're doing it, you want to be fresh. Yeah. Because this and this is responding much quicker and there's no fatigue. So if there's no fatigue, you're less likely to get an injury anyway. Yeah. Yes. Neuromuscular pathway. Yes.
All right, good guys. Go back.
The neuromuscular pathway is the most important thing. That's what gives you the edge.
Yes.
Yeah. The edge is the reflex.
Yes.
So that's why, as I say, racing drivers will drive the circuit.
So if they're well trained to react extremely quick.
Oh yeah, bang, bang.
A little bit more on Larry.
If you look at fighter pilots, jump jet pilots, they score the highest rating on Nintendo games.
Right,
Their reflex
pass it out, same thing, same scenario, still a demo.
Send him in, send him in.
Alright, don't worry, do it again, it's alright.
Sorry, mate. I'm not ready yet.
Cameras are watching.
That's why I want it now.
Your reflex
Yeah,
is
I'm
there.
screaming behind the car, it's alright, I understand.
So,
Off
you want to be.
his first touch, guys, real move. Alright, don't worry, do it again.
Come on, boys, come on!
Yeah, come on, come on!
Good. One more, one else.
Side,
Alright, good.
side,
Stop. Steve. Yeah. When you're back here.
You talking about your session time or
Stay there.
how we actually get it to respond?
The battle's done what I wanted it to do.
15-20 minutes. Yeah.
Don't want him in line.
And you need to gauge that on your age group, the fitness of your group. What you're doing.
Alright, just one more demo, just get that right, and then we'll move on.
One more touch. Yeah? Abdul.
Yeah. Whoa. I'm alive.
One move. Same inside.
Muscle memory.
Yes.
Yeah, muscle memory is done by repetition.
Good. Stop.
And also,
Same thing, then we go live. I'll let you play for a little bit longer. My midfield.
So if you were doing, say, you're teaching them to jump on it, the third jump will tend to be a better jump.
Abdul.
Because the muscle memory to do the jump.
Yeah.
Send him in again.
Go on then, go, jump.
Stay. Go on then.
Yeah, alright. I've only done that 14 times.
You can move along any part you want to move.
Right?
I'll come. Give anybody now.
It's filming.
Yeah, done. Yeah.
Right, still, your objective, because you killed us last week, is to use your wingers. Guys, you have to move for him.
Go on, lads, just keep going.
One way ration to the ball, gentlemen. Come on.
Defend this, sorry.
No, give it to him now. Get in there now. Yes, Colin, turn. One more.
Right, good. Stop. Excellent. Go back, Sanchez. Go back to where you was. Take four. The three. Stay there. Ain't getting no bonus if you move. Closer. Right, relax. Where you shining? Outside or inside?
This is 3-point, no?
Where would I want you?
This is time.
Shoulders aching, yeah?
Eh?
Shoulders aching, yeah? It's heavy, isn't it?
It's heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy.
Plus, you need like 3 podders, and you just. Yeah, how the 3 pod?
You don't know what they're doing. Stop. Guys, what's missing? Kill them out. Carry on, live, play.
One more.
For the concept, you beat us last week because you used your wingers. Right? You do what you want to do. Play.
Yeah, come on.
You need to go wide. You need to go wide.
Flow now.
Flow.
Right, time. Stop. I ain't happy with that. Why?
Send him inside.
Alright, excellent. And then who was it? You, Steve?
Yeah.
Where did I want you? In line with Roberto? Or behind him?
Just slightly behind him.
Alright, excellent. Why?
Just for his support cover for him if the man goes past him.
Yeah, man, you lot keeping your jobs, man. Keith, what did I want from you?
Cover the pressure of the ball.
Alright, excellent. If the ball's high, my back 4, where did I want you? If the ball's high, like Wallace has it.
Pushed up.
Why? I don't want you pushing up.
Deny the space to play.
Alright, excellent. That's basically it, guys. But I really appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Well done.
Ideas for him that you can help him on?
I thought he had good humour, which was very good humour, and a good control though, and a good mixture of loud and quiet. He spoke quietly to the players, but he was loud when he needed to be, and it was, you know, for the last session, everyone pulled it out for him. I thought, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Some bad stuff, guys. I need to learn.
Too worried about losing things for the youth team.
Just say on the technical side, I've given a couple of points I've picked up. Just with the fullbacks and the balls on the other side, bringing them round.
Agreed. Yeah. Okay.
Those technical things are important. But I think the basic information you're trying to get across is something to build on.
Thanks, guys.
We've got what is the groin man over there? Tight groin. So can we just go through? I mean, quite honestly, you should all be familiar with this at your level of coaching, and you should all be advocating this for the use of your people. Right? So, front of the thigh, quadriceps. Okay, if you're going to involve the quadriceps in a proper stretch, as you pull that up, you've got to lean back and you've got to pull back. If you do this and lean forward, the quadriceps do not go on stretch. You must lean back and pull back at the same time. Stretch number one. Groin stretches. The people that are doing the groin stretches, it's appalling. The groin muscles will only stretch properly if you take origin away from insertion. So as you go into the stretch, everybody's doing this. So the groin does not go on stretch. You must lean into the opposite leg as that goes into stretch. And then you'll feel the stretch in the adductors that come down from the groin itself. See, look, you're all doing it now. A bit late, lads.
This is for next year.
Beginning of the session.
You're supposed to know this.
Yeah, you're supposed to know this at your level of coaching. And obviously, exactly the opposite, when you go into that side, you must lean into the trailing leg to get a good groin stretch. So that's your adductors and that's your quadriceps. Now you've got your hamstrings. A lot of people do this. They put that leg straight, they come down and they stretch. Don't have a problem with it, it's a great stretch. It's more effective if you're on the ground and you're doing this. That's much more effective because you can feel a better stretch as you lean forward. What is wrong, and thank God we don't do it too much these days, is whether you should cross over and do this. That's very bad for the lumbar spine, very bad for the posture. And finally, the calf muscles. You've got a big long calf muscle that goes across two joints and a single calf muscle that goes across one joint. So there are two separate stretches for the calf group to be stretched effectively. The very best way is like this. That player, put your foot up there, onto me, a bit further. So straight away, because he's raised the toes, the heel's gone into what we call extension. So the long calf muscle now is going to work across both the joints. Put your hands up on my shoulder. Right, lean forward for me. And that's a great calf stretch. And you can feel that? Okay, so that's keeping the knee straight, got the foot raised, and we're getting a great stretch into the big long calf muscle. And the second stretch, exactly the same position. Bend your knee. Is that it? Bloody hell. Right. So that's the second calf muscle going on stretch. That's the shorter of the two. So everybody should be doing a warm down by stretching those groups of muscles, and that includes the warm up, obviously. Any questions?
Just for a personal point, I thought it would have been great to see if you had done say a 25-minute session straight off as a coach with no coach-educator comments, and then we could have seen I would have loved to have seen an absolutely clean, perfect sort of session, if you know what I mean.
So you're talking about a sample session?
Yeah, rather than mix up coach-educator comments and coaching comments. Okay.
You said over the A license is 4 weeks, 2 weeks and 2 weeks, of 2 years. And you do 4 sessions. Is there any like logbook stuff and all that like in level 3?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So you've got year 1, year 2, 2 interim support days, one in October, one in I think it's March or something like that. And then you have a logbook to complete where you there's a section into that fitness training, there's a section about match analysis, there's a section about observation skills of another coach, and there's a section there where you have to complete these 16 to 18 sessions that you do at your club. You have to log them, what the content was, what your key critique of your session was. So there is a local class. Anything else at the moment? Okay. It only remains for me just to say to you, you'll each take away a sheet, and on that sheet in each section you'll have a mark for each criteria, and at the end of each section you would have a remark from either myself or Paul. Have a look at them, reflect on them, reflect on how you felt your session went as well, and that's just a simple guideline for you off one 25-minute session which we were able to do. So don't take that as being read, that is your normal standard. It's just a simple guideline. I would be aware of the fact that the first section, or the first two sections that deal with organisation and the preparation and management of sessions, there are so many marks that you give them there that sometimes it can distort the final thing. So if you're up in the 70s or up in the 60s, you'd have to be a little bit saying, well, hold on a minute, I've scored a lot of marks here, whereas in fact the really crucial sections for you to look at would be sections 5, 4 and 3, which is about communication, coaching ability, knowledge and all that sort of stuff. Your first two are givens. You should walk away with marks there if you've been successful on level 3, which you have been. Now that's likely to be readjusted out of the photo over the next couple of years. There won't be so many giveaway marks. So you will have a mark. Some of you got 50s, 60s, whatever. Just bear in mind that that can be a little bit top heavy based on the fact that I've marked you as it is at the moment, and so has Paul. And there are quite a few given marks on your organisation. They still have to be done, and they're still very, very important. But they are easy marks for you. So you only got to produce a comprehensive session plan, and you pick up 5 marks straight away. So it's easy for you. It really only remains for me to say thank you to Phil Edwards. Phil's been absolutely superb. He's been in the background for a long period of time. He's been totally reliable as and when we needed him. He comes with an absolutely first-class reputation. And Phil, thank you for all the work that you've done for us when you needed, and thank you for your quiet company. It's been a pleasure working with you, and I hope we have to. Thank you.
Your invoice just went up.
Oh, again? I think there was one.
I'd like to thank Paul. Paul was an outstanding player at Arsenal, and he's a developing young coach, got his A licence some 4 or 5 years ago, I think it was, or something like that. And he's been absolutely first class as well. Yeah. And I'd like to thank Paul on his behalf, because to share the load, you can't do it by yourself. You literally can't do it with one person, because you need to reflect on the person's session with that person as the one's going on. So Paul's been absolutely superb for the quality of his work on the Friday evening, and also the way he's handled you and the feedback to you on Saturday and Sunday. So Paul, thank you very much. Doctor.
Let me just get this taped as well.
MVQ3. High clarity now.
Dr. Colin King should take a lot of credit for what's happened this weekend. He came to see me with his henchmen.
Did you get that?
Proof, the answer was no.
He came to see Mark Aaron when it was called, it was probably March or April, something like that. And it's his initiative that this has taken place. I mean, the FA usually does prep courses at the behest of the FA. In other words, everything's about the FA. You pay your monies to the FA supplies this, the FA supplies that, and it's an FA course. And I think this is the first time that a prep course has taken place outside the bounds of the FA. And that credit goes to Colin. And there's absolutely no reason why Colin, in my book, that this couldn't happen again for you and your people. And I don't mean that to disparage with me, the group that you actually look after. And he's not sure this weekend. And that's important. So I think we do owe Colin a lot of credit, because he's actually organised everything. He's organised the facilities, he's organised the accommodation, he's organised the lunch at 12 o'clock. He's organised the dinner at 6:30 on Saturday evening, and he literally has organised everything to taken the applications, done the whole lot. So Colin, on their behalf, and certainly on my behalf, because it has been a great pleasure for me to work with you, it really has. Thank you very much indeed, Colin.
Tell us when you want us to stop. Tell us when you want us to stop. But now it's on.
And the only final thing is obviously to say thank you to you people. When Corey said, crikey, I don't know how you get through a fortnight. But if you did go on the license, you would get through. Somehow you get through. But you cooked yourself well. We've run out of steam occasionally. We've run out of will occasionally. But as always, you get to the end of the course and nobody dies. You don't lose anybody. And we do get there. So thank you for all your hard work, and thank you for your friendship, and thank you for the way that you've conducted yourself throughout. I understand that Larry was a bit wayward in the club last night.
Positive relations.
Thank you for your punctuality, and thank you for your good humour and the way that you've accepted things and discussed them. I do appreciate it, so thank you. Now, is there any final thing? Would that be yours? No. Peter, would that be yours? No. Right. So I'll return that to the reception on my way. Now, is there any final thing that you wish to raise before we split up into the two groups? And the people that would be with me would be these people.
The last two sessions, you get 60 on each or 50 on each? 60 on each, must be.
120.
Filming now. See the light on?
Dog,
press it.
It was Snow
Press
White.
it. And press
New
it back.
advanced parental. Restrict access to big channels.
Go
It's
back,
yours what
back.
you want to watch.
See, look. Got it. You're filming. Right then. Now, just go over there. Hold it properly. Don't drop it or you're in trouble. Walk over there and film Daddy. Have you seen me?
Yeah.
Ask me some questions.
What's your name?
My name is Colin King.
Do you have any brothers?
Oh God, yeah, I have loads of brothers. I have a brother who's 400 years old. He's 2 years older than me. And he's so fat he couldn't get into this room. You know what I mean? I've got another brother who's got a big head. And when he gets off, it's in the garage. He is really big. You know? And I've got a brother who smells so much. When he gets home, he has to sleep in the toilet. And he's really stupid. Last week, he got locked in the toilet and he peed in his pants.
Is Samuel L. Jackson's next foray in the action-adventure comedy genre. Jackson plays the role of a special agent who is out to get the man who killed his partner. But a case of mistaken identity leads him to an ordinary cell played by the hilarious Eugene Levy.
I set up a meeting with the guys that killed my partner.
Alright, put it over here now, please, Schumacher.
Set up a false background from him.
Put it over here now. Put it over to Daddy. Okay, put it over to Daddy. Asked you once. Very good. Good. Right. Now,
that's my taste.
we're going to show you what you just did. Okay?